Hey group partners, this is just kind of a test run to see what the Cast-O-Matic would look like and kind of just doing a volume thing too. This is not the final slides, this is what's up there right now. I kind of want to break them down a little bit more so that I don't feel like I'm just going to read off the slide, because I feel like a lot of the information that's there now I would end up just reading off the slide. I'd rather use my voice for a lot of things with some bullet points in there, if you know what I mean. So let me get in the first couple pages, and then in one slide I want to see what it looks like because I embedded our TMP as opposed to the picture, which I did leave there, of the first page of the TMP. So if I were starting the presentation, hello everybody. This is a presentation that we would give to older adults at a senior living center, and it is Over the Hill but Not the Hump, Exploring Pleasure for Older Adults. A presentation by Casey, Eva, Kara, the true heroes, and then myself, Zane McGowan, is narrating the presentation. So we have a couple goals here for older adults to be able to understand and get increased understanding of how to explore their sexual pleasure individually and partnered. We also want the older adults to feel more comfortable using and talking about sex toys, barrier methods of contraception, and holistic sexual health. So we covered each of the objective domains: knowledge, skill, and attitude. We had the 2 knowledge skills: identifying how to adapt sexual positions to make them more accessible for older adults. And our students will be able to identify how sex toys can be integrated into sexual play for older adults. For the skills we want them to pick up, we want them to be able to demonstrate how to talk with sexual partners about pleasure. And we also want them to demonstrate how sex toys can be utilized and made accessible for them during sexual behaviors. Finally, we have the attitude domain, in which our students will be able to identify feelings related to and exploring sexual pleasure as an adult. So the overview of the lesson plan, I'm only going to hit up a couple things here, but I just wanted to see the format that we would use. And if you were going to pick this up and teach this class, you would be able to pick this up, take a look at it, and give your own class to older adults that you have as students. So you can see the goals and objectives I just covered on those other slides. The audience, it's made for older adults, 55 years or older, who are in a retirement community. If you were to do this lesson plan, it would take you about an hour. And the location, as I said, at a retirement community where there's a communal room that there's access to for people who are disabled, which you would hope that most retirement communities have, right? So moving on, for the instructor, we put it so that it was somebody who had either an MED with a background in sexuality and or having that AASECT certification. And the reason behind that is when you can show where your knowledge comes from, people are more comfortable that you are a subject matter expert in the information that you're giving. And the rest of this I'm going to scroll through a little bit more quickly, as like I said, they'll be in the slides over there. But we covered the rationale for those points I just covered. Gave a bunch of references there. And then this is the actual what you're going to do. During the introduction, it takes about 5 minutes. Say good morning, touch on group rules created before, and like I said, I'm not going to read this all to you, but this is the different things that you would be doing if you wanted to teach this class to a group of older adults. All right, so back to the slides. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the rationale for the activities and lessons that we used.